Welcome back to Magic Gathering Strat. We have drafted the Hands of Binding deck. We are a bit wary. Last time I went 3-0 with Dimir. I think that might be a fluke, and that deck had 3 Totally Lost and 2 Dinner of Horrors. Those are great cards. And I'm facing Mr. Helldozer. I think you always want to play first in this format. Well, there's my Consuming Aberration. 2 Balustrade Spies and a Hands of Binding. This hand doesn't do much, but it is 3 land and 4 spells. So I have to keep it. And I'm glad I'm first. Okay, I need to get something in my opponent's graveyard. I'm playing against black. If it's Orzhov, that's great, because I hear Orzhov has a problem with Dimir. I am not sure about that at all. Okay, that card is a card you should never play. Because I can just ignore it now. Okay, I'm set back 1 turn. But if I really need to play something, such as the Balustrade Spy, of course I will play Balustrade Spy to enable the Consuming Aberration, then Consuming Aberration will start doing its thing. I wish I had my counterspell. Gateway Shade. It's the Dimir Mirror! And as we know, the guy who wins the Dimir Mirror is the guy who has the Consuming Aberration. And now it will live, so I just need 1 more mana. And now actually Death's Approach will be lethal on the Gateway Shade. So what will be my play next turn? Unless it's Consuming Aberration. If he attacks now and pump, I'll just be... oh, Hands of Binding, of course. Definitely Hands of Binding. Yeah, that will be nice. Yeah, Hands of Binding and the Guildmage. Looks awesome. So I'm casting Hands of Binding on that thing. Yes, I wish to use Cypher. I want to Cypher onto that guy. And possibly I want to cast the Guildmage too. I think I need to deploy the Guildmage. And I'm already at 11. So he will probably kill me with Shadow Slice and I will look like an idiot. Devour Flesh. That's a pretty easy choice. But I should make a note of that. That sucks, of course. That makes Hands of Binding don't work. But that's all academic now, cause something else is coming. And he really needs to deal with that. Okay, Way of the Thief. He's unblockable as long as I control gates. I should probably block with the Balustrade Spy here, given that he will never do damage again. Yeah, definitely. I do not want the Cypher thing. I really want to kill him. I wish I could block with the Consuming Aberration, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to block with the Balustrade Spy. And that made my creature even bigger. I think the play here is Leyline Phantom and attack, because that will leave me with a nice blocker. And there's a mill, so Consuming Aberration gets larger. Well, I hope he doesn't play a gate. He doesn't. Okay, I'm blocking. And he will spend his entire turn killing my Leyline Phantom, which is okay by me. Yeah, it's just the Balustrade Spy making the aberration huge. And actually winning the game. Fluffy Grizzly has won the game. Well, that was awesome. Okay, what sideboard cards do I have? I have Beacon Apparition, Clinging Animals. I don't think I need a blocker on the ground as much. I think it's all about evasion here, so I'm actually gonna bring in Beacon Apparition and take out the wall. What about Gargoyle instead of the Phantom? I'm not sure. Is there anything that's really bad here? Not really. I think Gargoyle is just faster. But he gets totally stopped by Balustrade Spies. I haven't seen any. This guy will hold the ground forever. Oh, definitely not sure there. But here we go. Dimir against Dimir. As long as we always draw our Consuming Aberration, we will win. And this is why Beacon Apparition is so bad. At least we have the Sprite to start Hands of Binding stuff on. I should have cast the black mana, sorry. Really stupid, actually. If something ends up in his graveyard. But it doesn't happen. I am just gonna take the dunk. Hey, wait a minute. I'm just really stupid. Wow. I can't cast it. Okay, and I can't regret it. Wow, I'm just elite. That's interesting. Okay. Yeah, well played. Slate Street Ruffian. And I'm gonna cast the Sprite and start Hands of Binding stuff next turn. And now, oh, that was a horrible play, man. I thought I could just... I was thinking island, blue mana, I was tricked by Contaminated Ground, it would never happen again, but it was really bad. And please tell me I'm an idiot in the YouTube comments, because I need to learn not to do that stuff. Double Contaminated Ground. I'm not on. Well, at least he has got rid of my blue mana. So unless I draw an island, I can't use my Hands of Binding. Though, I can still beat down and cast one of two cards. Death Cult Rogue for 4 damage. Okay, discarding a card is not the end of the world now, so it's Gather Skulk. And I'm gonna block. Because he is now way ahead on tempo. I'm gonna block especially now. That thing on him. And I'm probably discarding a Hands of Binding. Because Beacon Apparition is actually something I can cast, but it does nothing. So I'm discarding it. And that didn't feel like card disadvantage too much. So now, do I take 4 damage to play the Death Cult Rogue? And then another 4 to cast the Balustrade Spy? Well, I can't. I got to do something. So I'm taking the damage. Casting the Death Cult Rogue. I really need to draw some blue mana. It's the Gateway Shade. And he will totally kill me with that thing. Yep, he's got the 3 contaminated ground, and everything I ever said about contaminated ground is apparently wrong, because he has got the contaminated ground deck, which is going to kill me. He's gonna score 4 damage. I can't use any of my mana. I can't really block now either. The second I find the blue mana, I can defend myself with Hands of Binding. But I think I need to let the sprite go now, at least. Well, drawing a land has never been as important as now. And of course I am getting rid of the sprite. Okay. I'm taking 2 damage here. And I'm not getting any blue mana. But I still need to attack here, because I need that Hands of Binding thing. This is my only way out of this. He doesn't have a card in hand, so just 1 blue mana totally wrecks him. And if I... Whoa! Crit Ghast is bad news, of course. And I don't think there's a way out of this for me now. And next turn I will have to block. Yep. And Contaminated Ground wins, but not this turn. And I got to block that thing. Why is he pumping before blockers? Was there something I could have done in this game to stop this from happening? Let me know if you see any bad plays I did. There is Death Cult Rogue. He can actually be blocked by the Bane Alley Broker, because Bane Alley Broker is a rogue. And there's the blue mana, naturally. But it's way too late for that. So we're on to the third game. And we were destroyed by contaminated ground. Is there a defense against that? Not really. And I still approve of all our inclusions here. We just need to draw some land. Yes, we like to play first. I think I clicked yes here. Given the circumstances, this is actually an awesome hand in the Dimir mirror in any world, so I'm not taking a mulligan. And now I will just be happy for any contaminated ground. I can just curve very, very nicely here. I have lots of mana to use with my Guildmage, who can even beat down. And there he goes, but I'm not afraid anymore, though I should perhaps not play the Morbus Strider this turn, as it doesn't do very much. I'm keeping blue mana in my hand, making him think he has a chance. And there's the Gateway Shade. It is in for a surprise now. So here I could actually cast Death Approach, Sprite, and then next turn cast Balustrade Spy. And it seems like the better play. So I'm gonna do just that. And it is especially good as I have another island in hand. He doesn't have blue mana. Yeah, hit me with that Shade, because it is going away next turn. I hope. That's not a tempo play, sir. And this is hoping it hits a creature. It's a bit random. And it didn't! Okay, that's too bad. I'm not gonna block it though, so I'm gonna take another 5 and play the Morbus Strider to block it next turn. Slumlord. Wow. That's a bit of a problem. Well, will things die? I really want something to end up in his graveyard. So what about actually milling him here to get rid of the Gateway Shade? He'll get the death. And then I can... The Slumlord needs to die first. And the way to kill the Slumlord is perhaps to use Beacon Apparition and double block him with the Guildmage. But I want the Shade dead. So I am milling. And I hit the creature. So now I can double block and kill the Slumlord. That means he gets 3 rats. Ooh. But those rats I can take care with the with Morbus Strider actually. So is this what I'm doing? I need to think this through a lot. Shadow Slice on what? Okay, Slumlord needs to die. So that means he's got to attack, declare an attacker. He's not attacking with a rat. That's interesting. I'm casting this for black mana. I'm exiling my own card. I'm taking 2 damage. I'm blocking the Slumlord. And this means he gets 3 rats, right? No, only 1. Oh, non-token creatures. Okay, so my plan now... Oh, that's fairly decent. So attack for 4. Play the Screecher, which is then lethal. Next turn, with the Morbus Strider. Yes, that's game. Yeah, come with your nasty little rats. So, in order to do this properly, I need to play Morbus Strider. Like this. I'm gonna extort. Then I'm gonna attack. And I'm pumping the fairy. And that's game! So 2-1 in the Dimir mirror, but look at the amount of cards he played that didn't affect the board. He played Contaminated Ground, he played Shadow Slice, he was the Dimir. He was this Dimir speed kill deck. But there was no speed, Horror of the Dim, etc. That's the reason why I don't play Shadow Slice. What is the name of the card? Shadow Slice. That's the reason I don't play Shadow Slice, because things like this happen. Thank you for watching. Magic Gathering Strat playing Gatecrash Draft, playing Dimir against Dimir.